Let's go! Everybody get in here. We know it's a ladies takeover, but we got our brothers in the building helping us out today. It is a good, fantastic Thursday. And as you can see, we're pumped up, ready to talk some football. Let's go!
We are pumped like Hans in France. We are pumped like Hans in France. We must go now. Let's do it now. Do it now. Give me the scores. Get to the chopper. How? Kill me now. Come on, do it now.
You already know. Look, you already know who we got in the building. These brothers are no strangers to the ladies takeover. Our brothers. Who do we have right here next to me?
One half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. You know who it is, your boy Sean Spencer, baby. So glad to be on here with the lovely ladies. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And if y'all didn't know, who slipped on that jacket really fast, which, really made me mad because I don't understand how he was able to change clothes so fast. But we're going to ignore that topic right now. All right.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Let's go.
Here we go. Let's go. We're going to talk about somebody else that's in the building. My wonderful brother. Who do we have right under Sean?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to practice. Am I doing it right, Sean? Is that how I'm supposed to do it? It's not. It's okay. I didn't know I was supposed to wear a collar to pop. So I just.
You did it good.
There we go. What's going on, y'all? Live from Studio 405, where the wind shoo comes whipping down the plane. It is your guy, Anthony, a.k.a. Mr. Fingers, a.k.a. If you don't know who I am, boo-boo, then you better ask somebody. And if you ain't got nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. So we in the building tonight.
Let's go. And we have our other wonderful co-host right under me. Who we got?
Hey, what's up, Delilah?
How can I follow up that?
Listen, I am so happy to have the two gentlemen that support our show. It's so good. It's love. And so I'm happy. Nicole, Kate, we love you. But it's good to have y'all on the show as well. So I'm excited for tonight's show.
Let's go. And I am that other half of the dynamic duo, Janae Struther. And this is my family, y'all. And like Delilah said, we do have two wonderful co-hosts that are not here today, and we are wishing them well. We are wishing them all the love, and we know that if they were here, they'd be holding it down. But we have our brothers holding us down today. So we're going to kick off this show of the Ladies Takeover. Let's go. So you already know we got to welcome you guys to this family. If you don't know, every other Thursday we are talking this game of football, and we wanted to wish you on behalf of all of the Let's Talk Football family a happy Thanksgiving, since we won't be here next week. We love you guys. It's a time where you're supposed to be thankful for everything, for anything that you got. I mean, there are people out there that don't have what you have. So just be thankful for what you have in your life. And we are truly happy that you guys are a part of this Let's Talk Football family. Let's go. Let's go.
Always taking us to church, Janae. I love it.
Yeah. Well
If I
said.
can get a little piano going, if I can get a little piano back,
Well,
we're gonna be all right.
you got the pianist and you got the pianist over here, and you got the praying deacon up here. And then you got
But we gonna make it work.
And then you got the one to be pastor.
I'm just in the
Praise God.
pew.
Praise God. We gonna do it.
I'm just in the
We thank the Lord for another day.
I don't have my fan, but if I had a fan.
We need somebody in the pew, Delilah. I think you did.
You need a fan and a big hat.
Yeah.
You need a fan and a big hat.
To go to our church, Delilah. So don't worry. We glad you in the pew.
I'm in attendance in the pew. Pretend
That's
I have
what
a
I'm
fan.
about.
I have a fan. I have the hat. I have the whole nine.
You gotta have the sheet just in case somebody catch the
Big
Holy
hat.
Ghost to cover them
The
with.
big hat. Oh yeah, the big hat. Oh, I can't wait to see it. It's going down.
Let's go.
Down, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but we got to get on with our very first topic. Delilah, what do we got?
Listen, the game is on, but it's currently Buffalo Bills 9 and Texans 3. So I feel like we can still make our predictions for how this game will end.
Okay. I'm 9-3. Okay, that's still a very close game. Sean, what you got for this game?
You know what? It is hard for me to go against. I know this show, you guys loved Massive Piece of Magic. Last year's NFL MVP. He's great. But, I mean, this year it's kind of been inconsistent. You know, you get a game, they lose to Handy's Falcons. Then they win other games. They lose to the Patriots, who are 9-2. Then they win. It's either way. The Texans started off rough, and they're kind of coming up. I'm going to go Texans in this one. I'm going to go Texans 27-20. It's going to pick up in the second half.
Ooh, Texans 21-20. I do like that. Okay. Anthony, what you got?
Well, Deacon, I beg to disagree with you, sir, because we do know that Davis Mills is not performing according to the talents he was given. So if you remember the parable of the talents, now he gonna take that. He done took that one talent, he done buried in the ground. He only got 10 yards. Now what's gonna happen is the Lord gonna come. I said the Lord. That's right. LAW apostrophe T for those of y'all that are looking in the new urban Chicago Testament version of the Bible.
Okay.
The Lord is gonna come back and take that talent and put it with what Josh Allen already got. It's like giving Goku a sensor beam. It's getting ready. He getting ready to score 18 touchdowns and kick 5 field goals. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the Buffalo Bills is gonna run up in the Houston Texans to the tune of 27-13.
Okay. I like that. Delilah, what you got?
I think after, like Sean was saying, the embarrassment that they faced 2 weeks ago, and they lost a game that was quote unquote winnable, right? Even though I don't like that term. I don't, because I feel like you're playing another NFL team, but whatever. However, that game got away from them, right? They didn't take that serious. They lost, and it was like they were demoralized. It was bad. They played bad. They did. I mean, I have not seen them play that bad in a long time. But and I feel like now they got to build back that momentum, because I think they're seeing how those teams that we would see at the top, right, of the AFC, they're not at the top here. It's been a little bit of a shakeup, and the Bills do not want to be in the same boat as that team from Missouri. So I think they're like, I gotta win these games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So I'm gonna give it to Buffalo, but because it is a Thursday night game, regardless of who's playing, I still don't see it being a blowout like that. These games don't normally go that way. I feel like it'll be 17-13, like Anthony said, but not as high. I think it'll be 17-13.
Okay, a little bit closer. Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Okay. Anthony, what you want for Anthony?
Come closer. I'm sorry, I had a Neo moment there. I just want to know. I thought that the NFL scheduled these primetime games because they were supposed to be watchable for the folks that was at home that they're going to work and worked all day on their jobs they can't stand, and their coworkers they can't stand, and their boss that they didn't figured out how to make disappear 8 ways from Sunday, and with no forensic traces and stuff like that. And then what's going on with primetime games this season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Not good. Not
I mean,
pretty.
there has not really been a watchable primetime game since Dion played in the night game in Dallas or something like that, or whatever Biggie Small said in his last album. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, these primetime
Mhm.
games have been almost unwatchable. They've been horrible. The Buffalo Bills, of all the teams in the league, I could see if it was like the Texans and the Dolphins,
Mhm.
or Atlanta and the Dolphins. But no, I can't say that because the Dolphins beat my Falcons. But I'm just saying, like, I could see if it was some of those bottom of the barrel teams. But I mean, Buffalo been knocking people in the head and taking people lunch money, like Debo on a regular Friday afternoon on the block.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's
Mhm.
right now it's just like, ugh.
I love it. No, I understand it has not been the top tier of the top tier, but that's what the NFL has given us. I'm actually, I'm going to go for my massive piece of magic. I do not think it's going to be a far game, though. I do think that because Davis Mills is kind of fairly they really don't know what he can do. I think there's a possibility of them switching things up because he's in the game, and you're not playing with your average, quarterback who we all know in C.J. Stroud. So I think it could be a closer game. I'm gonna think about like a 21-17 game,
Ooh, I like.
21-17.
Okay. I like that.
So I mean, it is
Well,
what it is. Yeah.
that's about the point spread that I had. Just the number
Yeah.
just a little different.
I can
It's
understand that.
close
I'm
though.
like, hey, look, it is what it is. At the end of the day, this is who we got. Y'all make your predictions. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this Thursday's game between the Bills and the Texans. But we got to move on. Delilah, what do we have next?
The drama! Guys, this show right here is genuine because we're going to really talk about it. We're going to give you the nitty gritty of what we're thinking. We want you guys to chime in because it actually is some drama. Guys, it's only week 5. Only 5 games have been played. But guess what? A coach has been fired.
It wouldn't be the ladies' takeover if we didn't have some drama. And as you guys know, fellas, us ladies love the drama, so we got to talk about a little bit of drama. So for those that don't know, and if you've been living under a rock, Shador got to get in the game for the very first time this past week. And it looks like he's going to be starting coming up playing the Raiders, right? Which is, I feel like, is a great team for him to start off with, is playing the Raiders because they are bottom of the barrel. But it came out after the first game where, Shador did not look great coming in that second half, that he has never had any reps playing with his starting first string team. So very first time throwing to Jerry Jeudy, very first time, playing with his players, right? What do you think about that? Should a player, if they're second string, now I'm not saying third string, maybe third string needs to be thrown to somebody else, but if you're a second string quarterback where there is a risk in this football game of getting injured, do you not think that the second string quarterback should have some time with the starting team? Sean, give it to me. What you think?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And first and foremost, let's just start here. It's about damn time that they gave him a shot.
Woo!
I'm sorry. This guy has the ability, whether you like him or not, and how he does off the field or through the draft process. The guy can play the game.
Let's go.
Saw. You know what I mean? So let's go there. Secondly, I understand he was 4-16 in his debut, but who's he handing the ball off to? Shout out to Keyshawn Judkins. You know what he was able to do in college. That line is not great. And then you're talking about Judy. You know, I mean, Judy's maybe their best receiver. You got Njoku. You got Fannin Jr. From Bowling Green. Like he doesn't. He has no chemistry with the guys. None of that because they purposely did this to him. And so now you got all these people dogging him, saying, "Oh, look how terrible he is," and then Rex Ryan coming at him when he's on the bench, upset that they lost, talking about, "Oh, he needs to stop being emotional." Yo, get out of here!
Ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Get out of here!
Like, what
no.
kind of NFL take was that? You're gonna talk
Come
about
on.
the man because he's sad that he didn't, perform well. It's his first game.
Right. But this, honestly, this whole situation it just screams the Cleveland Browns. It just screams. What does it say? Message, right?
Message.
It just screams. It just screams the Cleveland Browns. You sit here and get two quarterbacks, 4th and 5th round, and then you get Joe Flacco. You trade Joe Flacco mid-season, and then you're sitting here playing the one quarterback. You have no confidence in him. Mm-hmm. Then you have the backup who you're not giving any kind of time in. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm glad he's playing, and hopefully he does well. But the Browns are still the Browns, so I don't know. Yeah. Shout out to him.
I'm happy about it, man. Anthony, what you think about that messed up situation?
Well, it recalls the time when a young player was drafted from a small school out down in Georgia, and he was in the 7th round, and he didn't get no 1st round reps neither. He just had to, tell stories about his brother who played at Green Bay, and be on the kicking team. But eventually, let me stop playing. What it boils down to is that, like Sean said, they're doing this on purpose. They're trying to. They drafted him. They don't have any intent, I don't believe, of trading him for anything, because if they did, they would have by now. As late as it is in the season, they intend to have him sit on the bench and devalue him. He's still making way more money than, unless anybody here is making 7 figures a year. They tend to, they're going. Nobody. Okay, that's what I thought. Like I said, they want to devalue him and then maybe drop him off at a fire sale at the end of either at the end of the season or the end of his contract or whatever. Yeah. But where that's going to bite them in the butt is somebody is going to pick him up and he is going to go light. I guarantee you, he's between him and y'all know Prime don't take no mess. Mess around. Prime mess around and negotiate a deal for him to get with another team in that division if they need a quarterback. And they'll run him in there, like maybe, I don't know, a team somewhere remotely close to the national capital region. Because even though they have a great quarterback, sometimes he get hurt. And they're going to throw that boy out there and he going to their quarterback is going to get hurt.
Don't get Sean hype over here. Don't get no anywhere on this side.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
He put the kibosh.
He would look good in this. He would look great.
Hold on, Sean. I know you was getting excited. I was talking about the one on the other side of the bridge with the quarterback that liked to run a lot.
Be more. Yeah, they were going to draft him. They were going to draft him. They called him up. They were going to draft him, and he said, "Nah, I don't want to sit behind Lamar."
But watch this. I bet you he'll go sit behind Lamar. Him and Lamar have a handshake deal that Lamar will go on injured reserve 2 weeks before they play the Browns, and he'll go out on the field and he will run them off the field.
Also, John Harbaugh would have made sure he got reps in.
Oh,
yes,
exactly.
Because that's it. Because watch Shador call a keeper and streak 25 yards down the field and run by and look at Stefanski while he's scoring the touchdown.
You better say it. You
be careful. Listen, this is an old saying. Old folks used to say it all the time. You know what? You don't have to like people, but you got to be careful how you treat them because
They'll come back and get you. Anthony, you hit that on the money.
Come back and get you. Just like standing in front of the mirror saying Candyman 5 times. Something gonna get you.
I understand. I agree. I totally agree because it will come to bite you eventually. Delilah, what you think? What's up, Ben?
I'm sorry.
I love you.
There he goes.
The only only person to blame for Shador's mess is the owner, Jimmy Haslam. Coaches can only do so much. This is the same owner who gave Watson the worst contract in NFL history.
That's
You
true.
hit
I
that
agree.
on the money. You hit that on the money.
That's true.
All that.
Hit
All
that on
that.
the money. Delilah, what
All
you
of
think?
that. No, I feel like we're all kind of on the same page. I don't think we've ever heard of a team because as soon as, like Sean said, once Joe Flacco left, Shador is the backup. That's how that works.
Yeah.
As soon as Flacco left, and you named Dylan Gabriel your starter, that moved up Shador to backup. So even if you didn't give him reps before because he was third string or whatever you want to call that, fine. But as your backup, to not have him do reps with the team so that they can like vibe and see, like in case again, because they'll go ahead with Dylan Gabriel, right? For that reason, that's the purpose of the backup. That's literally in the title.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, 100%.
The name back up is there for a reason. So that is wild. I've never heard of that. And that's coming from a Bears fan with a crazy organization that is not known for developing quarterbacks. We always gave our quarterbacks reps for whatever flaws we've had.
You're supposed to.
You saw these kids. You saw again, you saw Caleb get reps during the preseason, right? Even though we weren't at the time, right? When we were there during the whole shakeup, he got reps before everybody was sure, right? And so again, if my organization knows to give the quarterback reps, the Browns, you have no excuse. Okay?
Yeah, it's true. It's true, though. It's true.
The level of self-sabotage in Cleveland.
That's what I'm saying.
Unmatched. I mean,
think about this, y'all. The fact that he's had no reps and you've been doing all this evaluation on him, how do you know he's not ready if he never had the opportunity to get with them? So did you ever really give him a shot is what I'm trying to say. Did it ever even have a chance if you never – okay, so when they were doing their evaluation on Flacco, Gabriel, and Shador, were they ever really evaluating if he never got an opportunity to be behind the stars?
Of course. And honestly, like – Flacco got the better end of that deal, obviously.
100%. 100%. 100%. It just sucks, man, because it really means you never gave him a chance. You throw him out there hoping that he'd probably do bad, and that's the part that pisses me off. But you know what? We could talk about Shador all day. I got to move on to the next topic. We got a couple teams that have started from the bottom. Now we're here, huh? Hey, starting by the bottom, now the whole team here. Hey, there are some great teams out here, y'all, that last year were bottom of the barrel. Now, we got to talk about them possibly making the playoffs. We got the Bears. We got the Patriots. We got the Panthers. There's, in my opinion, I'm just wondering, like, how in the heck are we here, guys, that within 1 year, these teams have turned themselves around. The Patriots are 9-2. Come on now. We got the Colts who are 8-2. We got the Broncos who are 9-2. The Chargers 7-4. We got all of these teams that were last year. We didn't even know. I mean, we were, not even thinking that they would ever be good in the next 5 years. Delilah, I'm going to go ahead and start with you because one of your teams, your team is on this list, the Bears, with a 7-3 record. How are you feeling that these teams that we weren't considering last year now are relevant?
I'm having a heart attack each game. Listen, honestly, I want us to just keep the winning record. I'm not pushing for playoffs. It would be nice. But I also don't want to go in there and get blown out at the first round. I'm not saying we can't go, but I'm being realistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm a realist.
Oh yeah, we're realists, absolutely.
So I would like for us to just have a winning record, even if we don't go into the playoffs, because that's something to build off of, right?
Yeah.
Rather than go to the mountaintop and then fall back down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would rather
Or,
just
wait, are you talking about somebody? Are you in particular? Are you? Is that a joke? Was that a joke?
Oh, Delilah!
John, Mr. Spencer, Mr.
No.
Spencer, listen.
I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. Ask Anthony.
Listen.
I used to use his phrase. I don't pay attention.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
listen, Mr. Spencer. I know that the healthcare is of much discussion in this country right now, but therapy is not expensive. Get some help, okay?
I didn't mean it.
It's gonna be all right.
I feel so bad now.
He jumped up like what you he talked about like what you say about my mama. I ain't say nobody say nothing about your mama.
Look, Ben said the Colts and Patriots are back. That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
Hey, listen,
I'm sorry. I didn't even realize that.
I understand though, Delilah. I know the understanding of sitting on pins and needles, but I mean, you don't gotta be
But I like it.
7-4.
Listen,
I mean,
no,
7-3.
I love it. I do like it. I do because obviously, as just watching the fundamentals, we have improved. The offense is gelling. Obviously, the rookies are playing lights out. Like they're playing so good. Like I am just like shocked. You know, we have our rookie old lineman, right, that Nick was talking about, who's like killing it as a young kid.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Monaghan. I'm sorry.
We know what you're talking about. We know what you're talking about.
Guy, the running back.
Thank
Yep.
you. So Monaghan is just murdering it, and so having him and Swift is great because now you have a strong run game between Swift, who's a veteran, he lives up to his name, and then I have Monaghan, who is just killing it right now. And he's like 5'8". So he's like a little tink. That's what's and I love that.
Yeah. I love doing his thing.
I love the little guys. They're like little tinks and just like, push through and stuff. It's great. They got speed. Loveland at tight end is helping out. So like I like that all of that is gelling, So it's good to see. It's good to see Caleb improving because whatever the hate that he's getting is to me unjustified. Because again, this is his second year and he's improved a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm not a lot. No one is saying like he doesn't have his little, things that he's got to fix. But by God, he's led 2 winning drives. Like I don't understand. In the fourth quarter, he led those drives to our wins.
100%.
We used to lose those. So I'm just like, do you know what I mean? Like literally, we used to lose those. So thank you. I'm so happy, Ben Johnson. Listen, whatever you're doing, keep doing.
Turning things around.
You brought in, you brought in the right culture because it's not just you. You brought in the right coaches because it's not just you, and that is what a leader is. It's not just you. It's who you surround yourself with. The fact that you listen and you help shape these young men that are, that you're supposed to lead.
Come on, Delilah. That's it.
So I'm excited. So kudos to my team. I love seeing the Panthers up here. That's crazy. But Sean saw it. He was like, "Oh no, they're not as bad." Like I remember you were saying that. Like, and now they're like,
and look at them.
Yeah,
look
at
them now. Look at them now. Huh.
Look, I love it.
They're getting paper.
Right on that money, Sean. What you thinking? The Panthers are not. Wait, before we move on to the Panthers, can we just talk about the fact that the Bears are number 1 in their division right now with the Packers, the Lions, and the Vikings who won freaking 14 games last
I know.
year.
I didn't want to be a carpetbagger, okay?
No, we can have that. The thing is, we've been riding. I've been riding with Delilah for quite a long time.
You have, and I love it for it.
To see the turnaround is just crazy to me. So I'm hyped for you, Delilah, and I know she remembers that when I saw them play in preseason, I said that the Bears are gonna be good. I just could see it. I just could see the changes that Ben Johnson was making. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, they're number one. They're doing their thing. But we do got to move on to the Panthers, Sean. The Panthers now, I mean, talk about the bottom.
There you
Now,
go, Ben.
the Panthers, they have
Love
a
it.
winning record now. They're not dominating everything, but sure enough, they beat my team, so I'm going to keep quiet when it comes to talk about the Panthers. But they're 6-5. They have a winning record. They're in the hunt. What are you thinking, Sean?
I'm loving this. Ben, I know you can't love this. They're in your division. I get it. I understand. But I absolutely love this. We already know all the memes and jokes that came out when Bryce Young came in the league. He's too short, mini me. He's all this, all that. Well, truth be told, they had decimated that team prior to him coming. You know, you guys got TJ Moore, obviously Christian McCaffrey's gone. Yeah, Burns is with the Giants. I mean, everybody. We got Frankie Louvu and Jeremy Chin. They had nothing, and it really looked awful for a while. And then he got benched last year, and then comes back and he starts to do good. This year, you finally start to see the wheels turning, and it's like, okay, this is the guy from Alabama. This is the guy that we were hyped up.
And come on, anyone can beat the Falcons. I'm not impressed.
Get that broom out. That broom for the sweep. Ugh. But you know what? I think this speaks to something better though. Is that you look at Delilah's Bears, you look at the Panthers, you look at the Patriots. These are all young quarterbacks. I mean, first and second year quarterbacks.
Yes.
They're starting to take over the league. Bo Nix is in here. Penix when he's healthy. You know, you got that old man Dak, but we'll get him out of here soon. But, you know, a lot of these young guys got to. I got to.
Everybody taking hits, Anthony.
Ouch. Look,
oh, man.
Hey, look. They got the extendo. They got the switch with the extendo on us. That is everybody getting.
Everybody. Yo, shout out to BG in the comments. He said, "What up, Andy? Handy."
Oh, Professor B, what's going on, my guy?
Professor B's in the building. Hey, no, but I gotta kick it over to you, Anthony, because there's two more teams that are kind of.
No, wait a minute. Hold on before you ask your question. Can you use another verb other than kick? Because that's been one of the Falcons' worst problems this season. We are on like our 8th field goal kicker for real.
Why didn't you guys do like the Commanders and take Moody? He proves he could do it. He won games for us.
Right. He proved by beating us. Yes.
Because Arthur Blank, because the man who owns Home Depot is using the Falcons as a tax shelter for Home Depot. So I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Anyway, please go ahead with your question.
I know, Anthony, but I do got to kick it over to you when it comes to the Patriots and the Colts.
Wait a minute. Wait. You use kick and Patriots? Come on now.
I'm sorry. It's too soon. But I do gotta ask about these two teams because clearly the Patriots and the Colts, two teams that we didn't really think were going to do anything at the beginning of the season. Patriots 9-2, Colts 8-2. Daniel Jones is looking like a decent quarterback coming from Giants, who we know they were not good the entire time he was there, and now all of a sudden, both of these teams, Drake May, Daniel Jones, looking like top of the league. What you think?
Yeah.
First of all, let me start out, man, and thank you for that very well thought out and well asked question, Janae. I would love to take a second to answer that question, but first I must start my answer by saying that Ben Cornett must be blocked from the chat immediately. Now, to answer your question, to answer your question, I want to hate on the Patriots, but I can't because it was more of a Tom Brady, Bill Belichick thing, and what are you going to do? You don't leave Tom Brady any more than about 15 seconds on the clock because he's still going to beat you.
Oh yeah,
and that's just how that goes. Now, as far as now. I know at least one person out of the four of us that is just loving this whole Drake May thing right now. The kid has turned out to be not only a good quarterback, but a great quarterback. Like he is really he's really shining. I hope that carries over in the next season. because sometimes we get that little slump. But right now he's on top of the world. As far as Daniel Jones, I got nothing but love for Daniel Jones, because I kind of feel like the Giants did him a disservice by shuffling. Well, not a disservice. Well, obviously not a disservice, because he's shining in Indianapolis. But they were like, "Hey, we don't need you anymore." And then what wound up happening after they get rid of him? The coach is gone now. So was it was it Daniel Jones, or was it the coach? Inquiring minds want to know.
But the Giants are still losing, right? So
I got nothing but love for both of these young men. Absolutely, just out here killing it. And
I'm with you.
It's like we're talking about. It's like every so often, like every 7 to 10 years, there's like this reset in the league. I mean, you're always going to have teams like the Steelers that are gonna kind of be somewhere in the mix. It's just that Steeler phenomenon. You do have those dynasty teams, but to see the Colts coming back and to see the Patriots coming back, I don't know. I'm just very happy to be here. That's all I got. But
I mean, but it's crazy though, because you're seeing the AFC literally change before your eyes.
Yeah,
you have the Patriots at
with
the
like
top.
A finger snap. It's like Thanos.
The Ravens at the bottom. We got the Bengals at the bottom.
That's what I'm saying.
At the time, starting the season, they weren't clicking on all cylinders even when Burrow was in. You do have the Broncos at the top, when you clearly see that the Ravens and what was the other team? The Chiefs. The Chiefs, 5-5. We're watching as the dynasty of
if the playoffs started tomorrow, like it used to back in the day.
The Chiefs would
not be in it.
Either the Ravens. The Ravens.
That's crazy.
Because I think people forget the season used to be 13 weeks.
Yeah, it used to be way back. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy to look at the times that we have switched it over and changed, but it is what it is.
Bob Dylan said it best. The times, they are a changing.
The times are a changing. I know we got to get off of this drama topic, but really quick, I got to talk about Joe Burrow. They said this week that Joe Burrow is a full participant in practice. Is it worth it that your quarterback is injury prone, has not given you a healthy season since he was in the Super Bowl? Do you think 7-3 that it's even? I mean, we just talked about the AFC, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about the AFC. There's some teams already way above where they are. Should they even consider playing Joe Burrow this season?
Nope.
No. Can I go first, teacher?
Yes, please. Go first.
Raise my hand.
Please.
Okay, the Bengals are not losing because of the quarterback they have right now. If you look at Joe Flacco, my God, he's been playing lights out.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Okay, because he finally had receivers and a team, unlike what he had back, in Cleveland. He went like a few hours down the road. He probably packed up a U-Haul and drove to the new.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
So but he's been playing lights out. He should have beaten us. Listen, I'm glad we won. I'm not hating on that, but I'm saying he came back and literally had a game-winning drive. If it wasn't because we just. Lady Luck, the football gods were on their side.
Yes.
But he came back.
He did.
He put up 40 points. You know what I'm saying? He put insane points on the Bears defense, which is not common because our defense almost rarely allows that type of scoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying it wouldn't even help with Joe Burrow coming in?
That's what I'm saying. It's not the quarterback.
Nope.
Okay, that's not the issue. But obviously, there's a dysfunction in the team because you have your number one receiver spitting at folks, and now he's not playing
and lying about it.
Okay, now he's not playing. He's suspended one game. So that tells me it's the culture. I don't think they trust each other anymore. Yeah. The vibe's not there. They don't trust the coach. I was surprised that he was still the coach because I thought he was going to be one of those guys. We talked about the coach firings. I thought he was going to be fired.
Me too.
I thought he would be, because when you have one of the best receivers, because remember, Jamar Chase up to this point was leading consistently.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Always
T.
top
Higgins got
five.
his money.
T. Higgins, right? T. Higgins, like again, Joe Burrow again last year before the injury was also like top 5. You know what I mean? So like so that, and I get the O-line as a Bears fan. I get the O-line situation, but again, when you have a quarterback who get the ball out and he was still scoring, you have receivers who can still, you know what I'm saying, who would make it work.
Yeah,
Then
100%.
to me, again, as a Bears fan, I'm looking at, that's coaching, that's leadership, that's at the top.
100%.
Then it's obviously leaking to the players, because I was shocked. I'm not condoning spitting. Obviously, we know Spitgate from the first time we did the show.
Yeah.
But I was shocked at Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. Usually it's Ramsey. Isn't he the one usually in trouble?
Literally.
Isn't it?
And I know Ramsey probably said some crazy stuff out of his mouth.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Usually we're used to Jalen Ramsey on the other side of being, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so that tells me that there is a lot of frustration, and putting Burrow back in that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially because he's like Mr. Glass at this point. He is hurt random things. It's not even the same injury. It's been different turf toe. Then last year was the wrist. And so like he is literally getting hurt and different. And so like to me, especially after what we saw Tua, who can't like read a sentence now, it's like, or say whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's bad. Okay.
That press conference he gave was
when they prop him up there to talk, it's kind of like Jesus
cringe.
And so
like Mitch McConnell when he had that time and he froze and it was like
that's what I'm saying. So like, why put your star quarterback who took you to the Super Bowl a few years ago? Why put him in this situation at 3-7? To me, even if he tells you, put me in, coach, no. Sit his ass down. Be like, no, just heal up. We're 3-7. You're the guy we signed and paid money for is killing it. He's not why we're losing, because he's putting up 30-something points on every single person.
Yeah.
So like, it's not that. And your defense sucks. Cincinnati,
that's
obviously,
true. That's right on the money. Right on the money. You got it. Look, Delilah hit all the points. Any of you gentlemen have anything to say about this?
Nope. She got it.
What you got, Sean?
She hit every point except for close on Sundays. No deliveries outside of our delivery area. Thank you. Come again.
That's it.
This year, the first college football game, there was a game day announcer that retired named Lee Corso. His famous line, "Not so fast." I 100%, normally I agree with you. Every point you made was amazing, and I agreed with it. But there's 2 quarterbacks in this league that if you have them on their team and they're healthy, you put them in regardless. And that's Mahomes and that's Joey B. And I everything you said, I 100% agree with. But looking at my team, who I still think is alive at 3-8, the Bengals in that division where the Ravens are iffy, the Browns are terrible, and the Steelers are iffy. You made the point last year. They started off really slow last year, and then Burrow somehow got them at least an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. I don't think, if you're thinking long term, no, you don't bring him back. But if you're paying him that much money and he is that guy, I think Cincinnati does. I think they bring him back, and I think they're going to try.
But you take the risk again.
I'm not saying it's the right move. I'm just saying.
Right. I guess.
He is one of those. They are Mahomes.
Yeah, you just got to play him.
Okay. Yeah. It's just like Josh Allen.
I get it.
You got to put him in.
Yeah,
now,
I get it.
If JD5 gets healthy, you don't put it back in because the season is done, Washington. Sorry.
But you said just like 20 minutes ago, you thought they still had a chance at, even though they was 3-8.
They're not playing the Denver Broncos next.
Which one is it?
They're not playing Denver Broncos next.
That's a good point.
We don't have the star receivers. So no.
I don't know, man. That Denver defense is tough. Good
They
luck,
are.
Burrow.
They are.
Good luck. Good luck,
Exactly.
Burrow. You're gonna get your
100%. Good luck, Burrow.
Yeah. I don't think it's right.
Sean seeing flashbacks.
I am. I don't think it's right for them to put him back in, but I do think because this is about money too.
I get it.
And
Yeah.
you're not gonna sell.
You're
You're
right.
not gonna sell tickets with Flacco. You're gonna sell.
I like that. I like that. I do like that.
That's a good
They'll
point.
keep
That's a good
selling.
point.
Well, what about this? Don't you think they'll still keep selling They'll keep selling tickets as long as Flacco continues to win?
But he hasn't won.
Well, he
That's the
hasn't
problem.
won. I mean, well, not he hasn't won. He has won, but they're still not doing great. It's still 3-7.
Right.
But at the same time, it's just like with the basketball stuff, where you got a lot of those guys, taking mental health and all that. If you get a ticket to a game weeks or months ahead of time to go, and then that day you see LeBron, you go, and then you get LeBron sitting out.
That happened.
People are going to be blown about that.
Oh,
that happened to me.
But people got upset at our original GOAT saying, like, people paid to see me, so I go and play. But, I don't want to go into that conversation.
Well, here that exact same thing happened to me, Sean. I was
Delilah,
I was living in the DC area.
We're not going to start this today. We're
I was
going to start this conversation today.
He's focused.
He said, and I took that personal.
He did. That's why I said we're not going to do it today. We're not going to do it today. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the drama. You're getting ready to see some more drama that Delilah just stirred up. But we ain't going to do it today. We're not going to do it today. We got to move on to our next segment. Delilah, what do we have?
I'm just saying, he was a Tar Heel. That's the clue. But anyway, we'll just move on.
That's right.
Oh, she's talking about Bill Belichick.
Mike, the real Jordan.
Yes, right.
The real Michael Jordan. The real Jordan.
Here we go. I said we're not going to start it, y'all. We're not going to start it. Hey, but the next segment, I know we don't have an intro for it, but we're going to talk about the Thanksgiving games. We got some great Thanksgiving games that are coming up. Oh, it looks like Delilah put the middle game up. Let's do it. We got Kansas City versus Dallas. Y'all already know I'm going for Dallas.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, we know why she put this one up, because this is going to be the one that's going to be the sleeper. KC's going to dog walk them. Okay, they're going to walk all through Dallas. You hear what I'm saying to you, Janae? I hope you eat early, because by the time this game goes on, you're going to be upset.
Oh,
Dallas loses by 30.
They've been dog walking all year, right? Oh, yeah.
Look. Didn't Chicago whoop you guys 31-14? What are we talking about here? Did the Panthers beat you?
The defense. We got 6 new players as of last week, and I'm riding off of those 6 new players. It's a new day. Delilah, what do you got? Kansas City or Dallas?
Actually, I do. Kansas City is beatable, so I do think that Dallas can take this one. Only because of how Kansas City's been playing. I was just saying.
Thank you.
Wow.
Knows this. He just
Wait a minute. Delilah. Wait a minute. That's what we used to call a left-handed compliment. Well, we know KC is looking beatable, so I think Dallas is gonna win.
I will take it, even if they came in handicapped with the handicap sticker. I want to take them down.
Oh, she said that. She said out of that, even if they came in full Damon Wayans in living color.
Full. That's what I'm talking about. Anthony, what you got?
Oh man, I'm gonna go. You know what, Sean? I love you, my boy, but I'm gonna rock with Dallas on this one too.
Let's go.
That's fine. That's fine. Look. Y'all can all be wrong. Let's go, Chiefs.
Sarah, don't. Sarah's in the
I hear you, Sarah. I hear you, girl. Let's go. Let's go.
Just clearly see that there's no love in mine.
Let's go. I'm repping for Sarah. Let's go.
We're moving on to other teams. At the 1:00 game, we got the Packers versus the Lions, the ultimate rivalry in division. Let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say I would like the Packers to win this game. I think that their defense, they have their moments. I think that after we saw what happened last week with the Eagles and the Lions, very low-scoring defensive game. I think it's also going to be a defensive game, but I do think that the Packers pull it out because of the way that Jordan Love has been playing. He ain't been playing great. Anton, don't do it. Anton said we're going down. Dang, that's another one. I just think it's hate from being a Washington fan, but we're not going to talk about that.
Brought him in. There you go, Anton. Right on time.
Shouts out to our boy the saxophone man.
Let's go. The Packers win that game between the Packers and the Lions. Sean, what you got?
Ooh, I like that. Hey, I'm extra close to Detroit and them Detroit Lions. I love that. I personally think this is the game for number 2 in the division because I've said this last year and I say this again. Yep. Chicago is winning the division. That's my opinion. I know you got to hold tight, but I'm saying it because we definitely since they gave us that Hail Mary last year, we had to give them our juice, our go-go juice. So that they can do their thing, but I think the Lions got this.
Not the Michael Jordan special the Michael Jordan special sauce. That is
right.
Lions with the W. Okay, we got a Packers. We got a Lions. Delilah, who are you picking? Even though I know you really don't care and you hope it's a tie.
I do hope it's a tie, but the last time was actually Packers and your team.
Yes.
So
wouldn't it be great if the Packers got 2 ties?
It would be.
That'd be insane.
I would love a tie in this situation, but it just depends what happens this Sunday. Because I'm rooting for Minnesota, okay, because they play the Packers. Obviously, it's a numbers game, right? So I want Minnesota to win this game, even though we beat them, because then that keeps Packers, in that. And then I can look at the following ones. Lions are the ones that are in our tail. And so then that's where I would have to then root for the Packers on Thanksgiving.
I know this is so hard for you.
Strategic.
For the numbers.
I love that. I can see Delilah in the room with all the lines and the pictures and everything. It's like, wait a minute. If they lose on the Tuesday with the wind on this, then this will happen. Okay, we're good. Got the Packers by 17.
That's the only way I will pick the Packers on Thanksgiving, which is a day of grace. Okay.
I love it.
Let's go.
That one was hard for you, Delilah. Anthony, who you got for this one?
I'm gonna pick the Packers on this one, and I'll tell you why. Because the Packers is going to figure out all they have to do is to get Detroit at 4th and 2. Dan Campbell's gonna go for it and miss.
Yeah,
that's my strategy. Because you know Dan is gonna go for it.
Oh, he's gonna go.
Last week, and the Eagles were able to stop them pretty much every time. So I think that's a good strategy. Okay, all right. So we got a little mix-up. Lions, Packers, all right. And then we got a night game of all night games. Because it's going to be the Bengals versus the Ravens. Will Joe Burrow be playing this game? But let's see. Delilah, what are you picking for this one?
The Ravens get the turducken.
Okay. The Ravens get the turducken.
They're going to get the win on this. This is for you, Nate.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I'm calling the Ravens for this one.
Okay. Let me get the Nate Snell pin drop. There it is.
Anthony, who you got?
If Joe Burrow shows up, the edge for me goes to the Bengals, but I do still think it will be a close game. I gave a score for the last one, and I forgot to give a score for these other two. But I'm gonna go with the Bengals. If Joe Burrow starts, I'm going with the Bengals 29, the Ravens 25. Now, if Joe Burrow happens happens to not be playing because the toe and the turf are not the same color, then that means I think that the Ravens will win. I'm still giving the Ravens their 25, but without the Joe Burrow advantage, 25-17 Ravens. It just depends on who starts.
I like that. All right, Sean, what you got?
Hey, ever since the bye week, Ravens are undefeated. Won their last 4 games. I got B More. B More gets their second win in a row on Thanksgiving. They beat the Texans last year. They're going to beat the Bengals this year. After all that stuff I said about Joe Burrow, I still think the Ravens going to get that dub. So
You see how Sean?
what you saying?
I think Sean and I are right.
So Sean, what you basically saying is you gave us that whole Bengal speech you gave, and the previous thing was a whole bunch of horse pucky, right?
No, because you know what's gonna happen.
I'm giving you a hard time.
The Broncos are gonna murder him, man. Oh my God. God bless you with the O line you got. Burrow, you're playing again. Oh my God. Anyway.
You know what? She said the cross. I'm actually gonna pick the Bengals, right?
Okay.
And just hear me out, because I think that if Joe Flacco plays, which I'm hoping he will,
Nate will watch the show.
I know Chase will be back because he does have that one game, which is this week, but then Thanksgiving he'll be able to play. I do think that Chase will be hungry. I also think that right now we have not seen the Ravens really do a shootout for shootout. And like I said, Delilah pointed that out before, that Flacco's really throwing the ball. I mean, they're scoring. It's just like Joe Burrow being in the game, because they are scoring points. You know, just the winning part has been a struggle. But I have not seen the Ravens do a shootout in a long time.
That's a good point.
I would like to see that if it happens, and I would give all props to the Ravens if it make it happen, but this season we have not seen it, which is why they're 5-5. I do think that the Bengals have a shot if they can get that offensive going and make it an actual shootout.
That's a good point.
Oh, yeah. And it's divisional, so you know how those games always are tough.
Always crazy. Divisional games is always like that. But let us know in the comments what you think. Hey, Anton said the B-More needs this win for confidence. I do agree. But it has to be scoring, because I do think that either quarterback that plays for the Bengals can score points.
Is Lamar back? I'm sorry, because I know he was in.
Yeah, he's back.
Well, Lamar's back. Lamar's back.
Okay, so it'll be fun if it is Burrow and Lamar.
Oh,
very fun.
Very
fun.
fun.
To see that.
Very fun. And it's a night game.
Two limping 25-year-olds.
Yep.
But it will be fun. We'll all be nice, full, and fat by that time at 8:20 and watching this game.
I got our third like visit.
Getting leftovers. Get leftovers.
Do we need Sean?
I'm not saying anything. I haven't said anything yet. I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything yet. I didn't say anything about the 4:00 game, how it's going to be a massacre. All right? I didn't say anything about it. How Dallas is going to get whooped.
He was able to slip it in anyway. You see? We're trying to be nice. You know what? Forget that. Delilah, what do we have next, Delilah? I can't talk to this guy no more.
That's right.
Brand new segment, which is super fun. I can't wait for you to fire these questions at us.
We got a yes or no rapid fire. This is our time that we can ask questions. It's a yes or no. We want you guys to chime in with us.
You already know the rapid fire questions. Delilah has some great questions for us. Go ahead and kick it off with us today. Ooh, yes or no? Should a head coach be fired mid-season if the locker room clearly checks out, even if the team is still mathematically alive? No, and not for me. No,
I got happy reading the question and started to give my answer right off the rip. But now that I read the rest of the question,
it's hard.
I'm gonna go with a no also.
No. Not if you're
go.
mathematically alive. And what pisses me off more is that usually they don't just go and get somebody else like off the street and say, come on, and you're going to coach now. They just take somebody else from that same messed up culture and adds them as the head coach. So, hey, offensive coordinator. Hey, defensive coordinator. Now you'll be the – and so they're the scapegoat. If you're mathematically alive, you got to figure out what you can do to get the team back on track. But in my opinion – if you're mathematically alive, I got to go against it.
I'm still going to say yes.
Okay. What you thinking?
Because if you lose the locker room, the math won't math. The math won't math.
Right.
Right? So even though you're mathematically alive, if you lose as a coach, if you lose the locker room, the math won't even matter because it's just going to go downhill. So I feel that is so important. You need a good leader.
Right.
The three of you, like, I follow you in like your church sermons and how important it is to be a good, to lead the flock.
Yeah.
So if you, you know what I'm saying? A good shepherd, right? Keeps the flock in.
But it's mid-season, Delilah.
I'm just saying.
Who's coming
but
in?
But if you lose 2 sheep to a wolf.
Listen, this was especially hard for me because Delilah, I kind of feel you on this, but I'm kind of in this boat because Washington is not mathematically eliminated. However, a lot of people think that Dan might have lost the locker room. So it's one side I do, and maybe not in our situation in particular, but there's a part of me that's like, it's right. If you've lost the locker room, even if you're not mathematically eliminated, I mean, what's saying that everything's going to turn around at this point? Like, if you've lost the locker room, then who are they following? And I don't know. It's hard to say because it is midseason, but
I just don't see it. Like, I totally get what you guys are saying because that's true. It is hard to get them back after it's midseason and you have lost them. But at the end of the day, what are you going to get that's better, right? You lost the locker room. If they're not going to play hard for you and they don't respect you, who's to say they're going to respect the next person? To me, that doesn't fall on the coach. It needs to fall on the owner. Like, hey, you need to reel it in and set a standard because if they're losing them like that, but I just don't see halfway through the season and you're not mathematically out. I don't think I would, but I do understand those points because, like you said, what are you playing for anyway if you lost them? So it is what it is. But we do appreciate you guys tuning in, letting us know what you guys think. The yes, no, let us know. We got another one. Yes or no, should a 10-win team automatically make the playoffs over any division winner with a losing record?
No.
Yeah. They've been talking about this for years.
Yeah.
This has been a conversation for years.
The NFL,
I don't remember what year it was.
They want to make that change, right? Yeah,
it was way back, at least 10 years ago, but there was a lot of teams that were 10 wins, right? They were really good, but they didn't make the playoffs, right? And I think the Seahawks were one of those years. But
the Buccaneers in 2009, 2010.
Buccaneers.
That year. Every team in the NFC South had a stupid record, like 9-10 wins, and the Bucs were just outside of that.
Yeah. Oh, that's yep, exactly. It was the Bucs. So I mean, what you guys think? Sean? Yes, no.
No.
You're not changing the rules.
I'm not doing. No. Listen, no, because 2020, when we swept Dallas Cowboys, we were 7-9 or whatever, 6-10, something like that, and still made the playoffs. Now, if they would have put in some other team, then who knows what would have happened? We gave Tom Brady everything he can handle. Anybody remember the name Heineken? Oh yeah, we was good. And so no, and then you also can go back to Ron Rivera's other team, the what was it? The Panthers that were like 7-8-1 and made it in over some teams that had 10 wins. Look, if you win your division, however you win your division, okay, even if they call you the NFC least, if you win it, get them in.
I don't know, man. I may be okay with the rule change.
I think what?
Even
if it means I never make it, I'm kind of interested to see how it'll play out. I feel
just
like
the 7 top highest score.
I just want to see how it would play out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what, Delilah? If they did it,
and even if I know that means my team won't make it. I know that.
But look at this. Look at this. Would you even need divisions? Right? Because if you
that's the other part.
Would you even need divisions? Because
that's the other thing.
Divisions so you could be the number one of that division.
Right. You just have straight conference.
We just have the straight conferences.
Exactly. You know what? That's what they're doing in college football. In a lot of these the big conferences that had the East and the West, and there was this thing where like if you you could have they play 12 games. So say you were 8-4, but you won the Western Division of the conference. Then you got in over a team that might have been over in the East that had 10 wins, but they didn't win that part, the East, the Eastern Division. So yeah, I mean that could definitely work.
Let's shake some things up, man. As you can see, everybody's pretty much torn on this one, so different decisions on each one, but I think it would definitely be interesting.
Real quick, to that point though, that's where I think one of the things that we all love is that divisional play. I know Janae and you and I love that NFC East rivalry, and those games mattering. Delilah,
you're
same
right.
thing.
No, you're
you know
right.
What I mean?
Totally. No, it'd be crazy. Like when they okay, and I follow hockey not as much but I do because I like sports. So when they took Detroit out of our division, we were so angry.
Yeah.
Because the Blackhawks and the Red Wings, like that was storied hockey history.
Yeah.
And so we were super upset. Like we're like, what do you mean? Like, man, we've been duking it out for like ever. And so that took time.
That's true.
And then we saw like on the MLB side the proposed changes, and we're like, wait, we're not no. Because we also the same thing, like the idea of like, you're right. I do see that point. You're right. Those division games are like, I would be like,
and the world doesn't like change. Like I think if they changed anything about how we do the playoffs, it would be an uproar anyway.
Regardless,
right? We've had it for decades upon decades, centuries. Like we've had it for a long time. It's hard to make any changes as far as the playoffs. And it is what it is. We do see it sometimes where the league progresses and we do different things. I think that would probably be pushing it. Why would you need divisions in?
Right.
We got any more, Delilah?
I got a couple more. I feel like one of these are similar, but actually a little different. We kind of talked about it with Joe Burrow, but this is actually different.
Okay.
Yes.
You good?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Should a star player who's been underperforming lose his starting job, even if the team is paying him franchise player money?
Yes. Unequivocally, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what we see? I mean,
it's the opposite side of the Burrow situation. You know what I mean?
Now, here's my take on this. I get it. I watch these guys fight for their money because they only get to play for a certain amount of time, and they're trying to maximize their earnings. But at the same time, you came into this business knowing that it was a business. You can't go to Walmart and be the shift manager and not doing what you. I know apples oranges, but you can't be the shift manager at Walmart not doing what you're supposed to be doing, not turning in reports and expect that you're still going to be a shift manager. They either going to fire you or demote you and hire somebody else and put them in that position over you. So play or sit your monkey down. I almost said something else.
Yeah. Because you're gonna have to pay regardless. Sean, I see you burning over there. What you got? You gotta pay money regardless, right?
Right. Partially, we're kind of in this conversation in Washington with Jaden. If he's healthy, people are like, "Oh, well, should you play him?" Well, he really hasn't been playing great. He hasn't played to the level that he played last year. So there's a lot of people that are in the camp of just we play him forever. You just keep playing him. I'm kind of in the camp of, Mariota's got a little comment. I mean, at this point where it's kind of like we're really not playing for anything. Let's kind of see. I don't think if he's underperforming, and we're assuming they're losing. If he's underperforming and they're losing, then yes, you need to make a change. But then I think that also asks the question: how good is the backup? Because going to your situation, Janae. If Dak is underperforming, go to some of the games that he struggled. If he's underperforming and they're losing, are you calling up the backup quickly, or are you sitting there saying this is still my guy?
Well, 100%. I'm definitely look. We don't show names on this thing, but I'm a Dak lover. Dak ain't going nowhere regardless. But if he's losing. They're not doing good. I have no problem. Me and Sean have gone back and forth with this.
Right.
No problem with pulling and putting on the sidelines and Joe Milton come on in. You're losing. We're not doing good. But on the other side of it, so you pay Jamar Chase, right? Jamar Chase kills it. you have a draft every year to get some players. You really don't know what they're going to do in the big leagues until they get to the big leagues. In my opinion, if Jamar Chase is slacking, but I got a stud on this sideline that I'm paying no money and I don't have to pay him any money until 4 years from now.
I agree.
Hey, Joe Burrow, you're going to have to sit out because, in my opinion, it also lights a fire to your butt that if I can sit you, no matter how much money you make, and I can put my this kid in, who's going to work hard, prove himself, because one day, he may not even have another shot one day. He's going to work his butt off and play, and he's going to give me more than what you're giving me. I think when we give these players money, and sometimes we have these attitudes with some players that they think they're invincible because they got the check.
Yeah, it changes their mentality.
You're going to pay these players regardless. The contract is the contract.
Yeah.
You got to pay them regardless. But I think we also should be in the line of, if you're not pulling your weight, I'm willing to put anybody in this position to win a game.
No, I agree with you. And I also feel like it's harder to do with a quarterback. I feel like making those decisions, right? We can. Yep. But I think if you are playing like lights out better than who we're paying a lot of money, then you should be embarrassed and sit behind the back.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
If it's to that extreme. However, yes, if you're a running back, if you're a wide receiver, if you're a defensive edge, that we're paying like a buckload of money, you're not doing your job, and the rookie comes in, or even like someone we brought in for another team, it's not even a rookie, and they're killing at your position. They're helping us win games, especially, right? They're turning it around. Because remember, the idea is you're underperforming, you're losing. Now you have somebody else coming in, putting in the time and putting up the points or getting the sacks, right?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Getting the pressures. Yeah, I'm gonna have the kid playing, or
I'm
whatever.
with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm with it.
Yeah, either that, or the team activates that silent code, like how the Sharks did Willie Beeman when he started talking on that yin and that yang, and the offensive line was like, "Okay, we ain't gonna block for you, Mr. Invisible Juice."
Oh yeah. I think the same thing, Anthony. I just, when it comes to that question, if you're not giving me all what you got, and I got a player out there that I know is a secret weapon, and he may not be the biggest name or whatever, we only discover these people once they get a chance, right?
Exactly.
And if they get a chance and they're out there balling and the league can't figure them out, I got to use that weapon no matter what. CeeDee Lamb could have, not been playing well, which he wasn't at the beginning, dropping balls and all that. But I'm pretty sure that he's going to light his ass on fire now that Pickens is in there and that could take your spot. You don't want to get your spot taken, and there should never be a coach that's afraid to make that decision because you got to pay him regardless. But remember, that other player that ain't making as much money, what's the difference? You're still on the squad. If I need you, I'll call you up. But it should be about winning and not about the check.
It should. But unfortunately, we know these are all multi-billion-dollar businesses, these teams and franchises, so a lot of times, sometimes that player is making more than that coach. And it's kind of
most of the time. Most of the time.
Right. And so they can't really sit the guy because they got to keep their job.
100%. But you got to be willing to do that when you know that the option is better, right?
It hasn't happened this season, but when in practice, Ben Johnson sat Caleb.
Yeah.
When he messed up, multiple times, he was like,
which is key.
I think it shows.
But again, it hasn't happened right now because he's winning. But during practice, he checked him a few times.
The audience may boo at first, but then if it works, they'll be cheering your name outside the building.
Exactly. I'm all about holding him accountable, 100%.
And then you'll see him on ESPN doing a documentary after they done won Lombardi, talking about, when Coach sat me, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but it got something going. And when I came back in,
a little fire. Absolutely.
This is our last one. And now it kind of ties into the first question, but a different way, right?
Ooh, I like this.
Right now, should coordinators who are clearly out coaching their head coaches be allowed more in-game authority, even if it shifts the team's power, structure? So it's another way to look at that, right? Where you were saying, right, Janae, how you were saying, if it's a save, but if you do have a play caller who is actually doing better.
I say no, only because we haven't seen it happen, right? I haven't seen a offensive or defensive coordinator come in and literally change the trajectory, and now the team is just night and day better than what the head coach was doing. So I don't think so. I also feel like we were talking about earlier, like with that question of, you fire the head coach mid-season and then the coordinator comes up. I just don't think if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, because the coordinator should be at that point following your head coach, vision. Unless they can change everything completely up, which is hard to do in 1 week before you start a new game. I don't really know if the coordinator. I mean, we saw Antonio Pierce. We did all agree that he probably should have had more time to the next year. But during the season, it wasn't great. I mean, I just don't know. I haven't seen it to where I feel like, yes, there are situations where offensive, defensive coordinators, they do good at that job. And that job is great. But as you can see with Kellen Moore, great offensive coordinator, but what are the Saints doing now that he's a head coach? So I don't agree, but I mean, I totally am open to hear what you guys say, because I think that this is a great topic, because it happens so often where they fire the head coach and then put the offensive or defensive coordinator in. What you got, Delilah?
Yeah, I don't think they're talking about firing anybody. I think they're just talking about like letting a coordinator take more leadership. Not because if you look at the question, it doesn't mean that the coach is going to be fired. It's saying, if you have somebody that is making better calls than you in that position, just because it kind of happens, right? Sometimes you have, an employee that does certain things just better than you do. Even if you are like their boss, their thinking is just better and it's helping you win. And so I think that's kind of where they're going with that, is in the end game. Should then that coordinator have more say versus just the coach being like a dictator, like everything's me. So I think that's kind of where this question was going, because that's what they're, if we look at it, should coordinators who are clearly out coaching their coaches be allowed more in-game authority? So it's not saying anything about firing a coach.
But would you want the head coach to now lose position? I mean, because in my opinion, if you're the head coach, you have your coordinators, right? They're doing their job by coordinating their side. That makes you look good, right? I mean, I don't see I'm the head coach. I picked you as my offensive coordinator because I know you're going to be great. The offense ends up being great. Now you're going to fire me or demote me under you because you're doing good at what your job is. I don't know. I know.
I kind of see it as a yes situation, only because I don't see it as like taking away full autonomy from the head coach. It's more like he's making better decisions in a certain position, right? And I feel that, and so I do believe that if by giving a little more and you're winning games and now maybe you're 10 and whatever, right? Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, just because he's making like these little adjustments that maybe I wasn't thinking that way, but now my team is winning and now my players are seeing that I'm willing to like hear a different thought and letting them kind of take a little bit of lead. I'm still that coach, and at the end of the day, I can still check that. But I do believe that if that is changing the culture of like, hey, now we're winning games, or like, I didn't think about defense that way. And you know what? Even though I was telling you how to do defense and my decisions were costing us, right? Yeah. But now I'm actually listening to my defensive coordinator and I'm letting that defensive coordinator do more. And now we're sacking the quarterback and now we're getting more interceptions, or we're getting a pick six, or you know what I mean? So then
I do get that. So
I do think that in that scenario, then yes, because it's working in which that you're not just like, and now you're willing to allow these guys have a little bit more leadership in that way. I don't see that being a bad thing.
I mean, I guess it depends on, I didn't even really realize that's how teams run it. I mean, I guess when you're talking about this subject, like say like right now, Dallas, we know Shoddy is calling the offense, right? But you're basically saying that the person that they have as the offensive coordinator, if they're better than Shoddy as the head coach. Now I get it. Because at first I'm like, well, that's the purpose of the offensive defensive coordinators. They should be calling the plays, but in my situation, you're right. Our coach is calling the offensive plays.
Right.
So I think it's kind of it almost kind of mirrors us and Janae, you and I, in Let's Talk Football. You know, when we first started this and we got all the people together and we continue to do it, we did everything.
Yeah,
we did every clip, every video, every show up, everything like this. Now we've got it to the places to shout out to Let's Talk Football community where a lot of these shows run independently.
Yeah.
Now, you know me, and a lot of you know how hands-on and micromanage and all that crap I've been and have gotten on everybody else. I've gotten on everybody nerve. But if you would have asked me in the beginning, I would have basically impressed upon you that nobody could do it like I can do it.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the things that I think has really allowed things to blossom is taking that step back and being able to delegate. Hey, you take care of this, you do that, and look at how things have grown. So if you have a great coach or a great leader that is able to kind of minimize himself as long as he knows he has those people, to your point, Janae, about you got this coordinator because you know he's this. Well, let him do his job. Let him, if he is can take over that day. Now that takes pressure off of me, so I could come over here and address this over here. So
I get it.
If it works in house, yes. Now, if the team, and I'll go kind of to your 85 Bears, Delilah. If the team kind of splinters and goes where they're like you guys, where their defense was, they were loyal to Buddy Ryan. And the rest of the team was loyal to Mike Ditka. Now you have a rift. And so if that happens,
well, that's why we fell apart after that. Like that's
right.
That's why they fell apart after that. We got one Super Bowl, and then it's like,
and then you have that divide. So I think to that point, if the coach is able to see this and make the adjustment and go from there and put those people in that position, that's fine. But before anything else, coaches are humans just like us, and a lot of it, and I can speak from experience, pride comes before the fall. So a lot of times when we sit here and we're proud and I've done this and I can do this and yada yada yada, you're totally missing out on all the talent you have around you that can help you and let you see the bigger picture. So it really depends on who that coach is, but I definitely think I think you should take them.
Yeah, I understand it now. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Anthony, what you got?
I just to kind of piggyback on what Sean just got done saying. I mean, could you imagine? Could you even imagine Mike Tomlin telling LeBeau, I'm calling the defensive shots.
Right.
You know, could you imagine? I mean, like even in the case of University of Georgia, and Kirby Smart is an incredible college coach.
Yes.
Could you imagine Kirby Smart telling Todd Monken during that 2021 during that run where they were beating everybody by like 30 points? Hey Todd, I got the offense. You go ahead and just go ahead and hang back. You got it. I mean, it's okay.
Right.
The analogy I'm gonna use: when you decide you want to cook something, you go get a cookbook, right? And then you open up the cookbook, you find what you're gonna cook, and now you got a recipe there. And the way that the only way that the recipe works is that if every single ingredient that is added into that dish works together, to produce the not only the dish you want to eat, because you could easily throw it together and throw some and leave some of the ingredients out, but it's a good cream of potato soup ain't gonna taste quite so good without a little sprinkle of seasoned salt and a little bit of garlic salt. Maybe if you want to do a little something for your gut health, you put a little ginger in the bottom of it and some cream and just half a dollop of cream cheese. But if you say no, I'm gonna leave that out, it doesn't work together. It's almost like we didn't use a lot of Bible in here today. I'm gonna give you the one right here. All things work together for the good. Now that ain't the whole scripture. For those of y'all that don't go running around talking about, hey, I learned the Bible verse today. All things work together for the good, and your food ain't good, so your stuff shouldn't be all together with our stuff. but the scripture
Thanksgiving
book,
next week.
but hey, hashtag Thanksgiving lessons. But it doesn't. But if you don't put it all together and let it mesh together good and let it cook long enough, then it ain't gonna taste good. And it's the same thing with the NFL. If you got a defensive coordinator that can call the hell out of a game, let that defensive coordinator do what they're doing.
I agree.
Let the offensive coordinator do what they're doing. You got a special team coach that recruited a guy out of college that he saw kicking 60-yard field goals. And he got the guy kicking 70-yard field goals. Leave him alone. Let that man kick. And
I agree.
Please, by all means, send him to Atlanta. That's all I got.
I like it. That was a good question. I do like that
Oh yeah,
question.
all those questions were nice. I was thinking that.
Rapid fire.
Right?
I'm sorry. It wasn't as rapid because we're analysts, but I love it.
I do.
Yep.
I
love it.
And
That was
we're able
dope.
to dive in each one, so I like it. I like it. Hey,
I ain't diving in nothing. I'm too true to the stereotype. You'll never see me deeper than the 4-foot end of the pool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, you dive in. Oh no, never mind. Let's go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next subject. Let's go, Delilah. What do we got?
Rivalries are the heartbeat of sports. That's what makes the games bigger than just a scoreboard. When two teams with a history line up, it's not just winning; it's about pride, bragging rights. Who gets to hold the upper hand, right? Until next time, rivalries crank up the intensity, keep players motivated, give fans edge of your seat experiences, right? It's not, and when it comes to football, it's not just X's and O's. It makes it personal because football rivalries can go pretty deep.
We got the rivalries with our girl Delilah. What we got this week?
All right. Well, because the Bills were playing tonight, and because I feel like this is a rivalry a lot of people forgot about, just because people make fun of the Dolphins now. But the fact is that is a rivalry that goes back to the 60s. I know we don't think about them now, but it's been hardcore. So right. These are two teams from the same division, two very different cities, right? We have sunshine versus snow. They always like to say that, right? Sunshine. Yeah, sunshine versus the snow because, Buffalo, I don't know if y'all know where that is, but that's literally almost Canada. So,
it's Canada South.
Yeah, basically. And so
Canada's 27th province.
Exactly. Their first meeting was September 18th, 1966. The Bills blew out the expansion team because people forget that Dolphins are considered an expansion team because that's kind of when they came into the fold. And they basically welcomed them by beating the Dolphins up 58-24. That was their first. Yeah, that was Miami's first ever NFL game. And Buffalo made sure to give them a rude welcome, right? Because that's how that goes. So their all-time series through 2024, the Dolphins lead narrowly 63-61-1. Okay, so it's one of the closest. Yeah, it's one of the closest rivalries.
For sure.
Yeah. So again, that's just how it goes. Postseason meetings, though, you would think they've only had 5 total, but the Bills lead those playoff clashes 4-1.
Wow.
Yeah, Buffalo took key postseason wins in 1990, 92, 93 at the 2023 wild card. Miami's lone playoff win came in 1973. Obviously, people know about the 70s Dolphins. That's not a surprise. So that's kind of where their lone playoff win was, 1973, en route to their Super Bowl repeat. The dominant era shift. We know again the 1970s. The Dolphins absolutely owned the Bills, 20 straight wins. From 1970 to 1980, one of the longest streaks in NFL history. And in the 1990s, Buffalo's Jim Kelly, right, came in, kind of flipped the narrative with Buffalo winning then 17 of the 23 meetings in the 90s. Of course, then we have the 2020s with the modern Bills with Josh Allen. They've taken control, right? 7 straight wins through 2024. Including the playoff beatdown in Orchard Park.
Okay, Orchard Park.
Yep. So the 70s Miami Rampage, right? The 70s Dolphins. Everybody knows about them. It was always personal.
Yes.
Yep. Larry Kasanka. I'm saying his name wrong. I'm sorry. Larry
Sanka.
Okay.
Kasanka. Kasanka
No C.
and no, see, Sanka, thank you. Larry Sanka and Mercury Morris ran all over Buffalo's defense, while Bills QB Joe Ferguson was constantly battered. He was beat up that whole game.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah. The streak lasted a full decade, like I said, 20 games of pure Miami control until 1980, when Buffalo's finally broke it and celebrated like they'd won a Super Bowl, which I get that. But
We've done that.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. Bills fans still call that 1980 win the day the curse died.
Yes.
So yeah,
I understand.
we all right. We're like, oh, I get it. The heat gets real, right? But in 1980s, the rivalry turned from dominance to just pure animosity. In 1983, the Dolphins LBHA2 intercepted Joe Ferguson 3 times in the playoff game, the AFC divisional, including a pick 6 that sealed it, and fans dubbed it the Dewey Day Disaster.
Ooh.
Names, okay? These are
Dewey Day Disaster.
Dewey Day.
I'm a fan of alliteration. DD.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Love it.
In 1989, Dolphins QB Dan Marino and Bills QB Jim Kelly began trading bombs, routinely, ended in the 40s, right? Those are the scoring games between these two guys.
Wow.
Airing it out.
Yeah, tempers flared constantly, late hits, trash talk, a lot of bench warnings were common, right? Because again, this is different, okay? Sports, for all you youngins, sports in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, different.
was like the WWE if it was real.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Somewhere there's somebody watching this podcast in 2036 going, what do you mean the WWE's not real?
Oh man. Oh Lord.
It's real.
But again, we had the rivalry's golden era, right? The 1990 divisional playoff. The Bills beat the Dolphins 44-34 in an offensive showcase from Kelly versus Marino again.
Oh yeah.
I think people forget. Yeah. I think people forget like how long Dan Marino actually played football.
A long time.
And he was killing it for a long time. And sadly, we don't look at him, right? Because he didn't win a Super Bowl. But man, he played lights out for so long.
And he started an Ace Ventura movie.
Yeah, oh my God, I love that movie. But anyway.
He did.
But here we go, right? 92, the AFC Championship. Buffalo wins that 29-10.
Woo!
Yeah, Bruce Smith and Cornelius Bennett.
Oh my God.
Yeah, destroying Marino's pocket. So he was beaten, it happens, right? We all have our The snow game in Buffalo in 1995. Marino visibly frustrated as fans pelted him with snowballs. Because again, that happens. We know that happened with the Raiders in Denver where they were pelted with snowballs too. So
Cleveland and Bottlegate.
It happens, right? Then of course now we have Allen versus Tua. I don't know if we could really call that a versus now, but that's just what we have in the 2020s. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. The rivalry's fire reignited with the 2 young stars, right? Josh Allen and Tua before all the head injuries. I feel like it was, but then, Tua's controversial concussion. Yeah. Tua's controversial concussion in 2022. Bill's sideline furious, calling out Miami's handling of it. I do agree with them. I think they did handle that very poorly. So I do got to give Buffalo that. The wild card game in 2023, the Bills survived a near upset because that was a killer. The Skylar Thompson kind of came in that game. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
He came in that wild card game.
I forgot all about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he almost took out Buffalo.
Very close.
Like 34-31. That's how close.
Yeah.
I
think they were winning it late in that game.
They were. Oh my God.
Yeah. So again, there were heated exchanges, a lot of joying. It just happens.
Isn't that the one where Josh Allen and Wilkins started fighting in the game because the guy tried to throw Josh?
Don't mention that. Don't.
Like I said,
because your quarterback can't keep his cool.
It was.
So yeah,
man.
they got to scuffling a little bit.
What a game!
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then of course 24, Bills clinched the division over Miami with a late touchdown by Stephon Diggs, capping a 7-game winning streak. Okay, so Dolphins defense took exception. And again, tempers went bad. There was a whistle blow because again, people wanted a fight. You know, it just happens sometimes. But this is your, Dolphins and Bills legacy, right? Legacy versus legitimacy. There's a very close rivalry. I don't know when they play each other again this year, this season, but basically
even that first game was crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody thought Dolphins could get that win.
That's what I'm saying. So and I didn't even count that. So actually now it's even closer because that was through 24. So actually that rivalry. So so there you go. The Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins.
That was good, man. You brought back some memories, man.
I like that.
Man. The Dolphins and the freaking Bills, man.
Skylar Thompson. I actually remember that. I was like,
man, you do this to me every week because I'll be like, dang, I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. Man, classic. The classic rivalry between the Bills
that segment
and the Dolphins. Me too. I definitely love that segment. All right, guys, we are coming to an end. But this is
over.
Look, this is freaking awesome, though. I love the fact that we added the rivalries because you have us really thinking like, man, I remember that. I do remember that. Even, some of the times when you're talking about, a little further back, a little thing you got to remember. But then you bring some of these incidents up and like, well, I remember that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, we're going to have to get out of here, guys. We already hit an hour and 35 minutes, but we know that you guys have been rocking with us this entire time, and we really appreciate you guys, man. You from the bottom of our hearts, man. On behalf of the Ladies Takeover, man, can we give it up for our gentlemen, our brothers, holding it down. And you can see we have so much fun when we talk to them. This is really a family. Y'all may not know, but we really are a football family. We talk constantly throughout the week. We talk all the time. This is just like we talk to our family. It's just like talking to our Let's Talk Football family. So we genuinely appreciate you guys tuning in. Because, I mean, it makes it even more special that you guys are tuning in with us. So on behalf of us, to you guys, we thank you so much. We want to say one more time, Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your family.
For any of our feathered friends that may be watching, I had to
absolutely. Oh, that was perfect, though. That was perfect. We want to make sure that that's the final say. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it. Be with your family, be with your friends, enjoy your break, your time off. I'm actually off all week next week, so I'm happy.
Yes.
Get it.
Let's go. I am very excited. So on behalf of us, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see y'all in 2 weeks, all right? Y'all have fun, and look, stay blessed, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.
Take care.
This show is a staple. I'm telling you, it's not too many shows. I don't really know any other show that has an all-woman panel talking about football.
No, we did it first here. LTF family.
Right here.
Woo!
You guys are witnessing the history right here. We're doing big things. And then look at us now. We may not have been able to start this show without Kate having this idea of an all-women show. And look at us now. We believed in this goal to make this show happen. So I'm excited to be here with you ladies and to promote positivity and love, because that's what I talk about it with Sean all the time. This is what this show is all about. This is what all the Let's Talk Football shows are about, is positivity and love. Shout out to the Let's Talk Football Ladies Takeover that the show goes on. This show is important to all the shows. I mean, this is a staple show. So I'm excited that you guys tuned in, and we all hope that you guys tune in next week